Disney Villains is a Walt Disney Company franchise, based on animated fictional characters who have been featured as part of the Disney character lineup. Some of these villain characters have appeared in sequels, video games, comic books, stage productions, or live-action adaptations of the original films. Official list of villains used in franchise marketing. This list of characters are those featured in Disney productions and merchandise as official villains. While other characters may also have been named as villains in their own stories, they have not been included as part of the Disney Villains marketing franchise. Merchandising. Villain merchandise is available at the Villains in Vogue in Sunset Boulevard, a store dedicated to the Disney villains at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This first store was so successful that the Disneyland Villain Shop was opened afterwards in 1991. Monopoly has released a number of products featuring Disney villains. Among them are a Monopoly-based board game called My Disney Villains Monopoly, where the players decide which of 30 villains can appear on each space on the board. Characters that appear in the game that are not part of the official villain list include the Beagle Boys, Three Little Wolves, Sheriff of Nottingham, Buster, Anastasia Tremaine, Drizella Tremaine, Pom Pom, Lucifer, and Roscoe and DeSoto. A checkers game. And a collector's card game set. Several books dedicated to Disney villains have been released. Among them are Disney Villains, The Top Secret Files by Jeff Curtie, Disney's The Villains Collection, stories from the films by Todd Strasser, Disney's Villains, a pop-up book by Walt Disney Company, and Disney Villains, The Essential Guide and Disney Villains by DK Publishing. There are also books to color like Disney Villains, All the Rage and Disney Villains Giant Book to Color Diabolical Deeds. An online Disney trivia game called, Who Wants to Be a Billionaire, released in October 2001, is loosely based on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And features several villains as hosts, asking questions about the film in which they are featured. The Phone a Friend feature is renamed Phone a Fiend, and will connect the player to Cruella de Vil. There is sub-franchise derived from Disney villains entitled Disney's Divas of Darkness. The official lineup so far includes Maleficent, the Evil Queen, Cruella de Vil, Ursula, and the Queen of Hearts. The Villains Designer Collection reimagines the stylish wickedness of classic Disney villains. Designed and carefully crafted to capture the essence of evil at its best dressed, this line of merchandise includes Maleficent, Cruella de Vil, the Evil Queen, the Queen of Hearts, Ursula and Mother Gothel. Live events. Several characters from the Disney Villains franchise make appearances at Disney's Hollywood Studios in the Daily Disney Stars and Motor Cars Parade, and in Disney's Once Upon a Dream Parade. Each parade features a float dedicated to villains, Spectra Magic, and Parade of Dreams. The villains are also meetable characters at the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. A 1999 exhibit at the Cartoon Art Museum entitled The Disney Villains included displays featuring Disney's official villains, along with other villainous characters such as Ronno from Bambi, Clayton from Tarzan, and Biara of Fox from Song of the South. Fantasmic. Disney villains play a vital role in the nighttime show Fantasmic. Performed at the Disneyland and Disney's Hollywood Studios theme parks. In the shows, the Evil Queen decides it is time to finish off Mickey Mouse once and for all, and invokes other villains to help her. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Disney villains appear in Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, a Halloween-themed event held annually during the months of September and October at the Magic Kingdom theme park of the Walt Disney World Resort and at Disneyland Paris Resort. A stage show and meet and greet with the villains led by Dr. Facilier titled The Disney Villains Mix and Mingle is held on the Cinderella Castle forecourt stage. Among those to visit are the Queen of Hearts, Captain Hook, and the Evil Queen among others. During the fireworks show Hello Wishes some villains arrive to the celebration, starting with Ursula plopping in on the party and adding her own musical mix to the festivities. Jafar and Oogie Boogie soon follow, and arriving last is Maleficent showing the audience how Halloween should really be celebrated. Dream Along with Mickey. In the Dream Along with Mickey stage show at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, the Disney villains appear on stage to threaten Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck and Goofy. Maleficent states that since people no longer believe in dreams, It is the perfect time for her to return to power and make the Magic Kingdom the place where nightmares come true, a play on the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts slogan of the place where dreams come true. She is also accompanied by Captain Hook. Villains Tonight. The Disney villains star as the main characters in the Disney Cruise Line's variety show, Villains Tonight. This musical stage production features Hades on a quest to get more evil in the underworld by summoning up Disney's most powerful villains so he can keep his job. This show features Maleficent, Jafar, the Evil Queen, Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, Scar, Isma, Ursula, and Chernabog in a variety of comical situations while performing various musical numbers from their respective appearances. This show debuted on the Disney Magic cruise ship March 27, 2010, and the Disney Dream on January 26, 2012. Other media, television, characters from the franchise have been featured in television specials. The first, Our Unsung Villains, was aired in 1956 as part of Walt Disney Presents. In the special, Walt Disney himself hands hosting duties over to the Magic Mirror, who hosts a show devoted to Disney villains such as the Big Bad Wolf, the Evil Queen and Captain Hook, and Biara Fox and Biara Bear. In 1977, there was an update to this show entitled Disney's Greatest Villains, that featured the Evil Queen and Captain Hook again, along with 8 other characters from the franchise, plus Madam Mim and Willie the Giant. Segments from this special were featured in A Disney Halloween. Once Upon a Time. Direct-to-DVD films, Mickey's House of Villains, The Disney Villains star in Mickey's House of Villains, the 2002 film adaptation of the Disney Channel animated television series Disney's House of Mouse. Set during a Halloween party, Jafar, Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, Ursula and Hades take over the house with a musical number of It's Our House Now, and all the other villains in the house join in. In the process, they trap all the heroes in the kitchen, throw Mickey and the others out into the street, and change the house's name to the House of Villains. Mickey, Donald, Goofy and Minnie Mouse in turn try to return things to normal, but Captain James Hook keeps throwing them out. Afterwards, Mickey dresses in his famous sorcerer outfit from Fantasia and challenges Jafar to a magical duel using fireballs. Mickey's sorcerer hat is bounced off and there is very little time to put it back on, but then Aladdin saves the day by escaping the kitchen to the backstage room on the magic carpet and giving Daisy, who gives Mickey the lamp to trap Jafar. Mickey sucks Jafar into the lamp, while the rest of the villains flee, restoring the house to normal. Once Upon a Halloween. In the film Once Upon a Halloween, on the night before Halloween, the evil queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs plans to conquer Halloween, and asks her cauldron to show you several villains, to which one of them helps her in her plan. Video games, Disney's Villains Revenge. Disney's Villains Revenge is a video game which tells the story of how the evil queen, Captain Hook, Queen of Hearts, and the ringmaster from Dumbo changed the story from the original movie to the way they wanted the story to end, with no happily ever after. Kingdom Hearts series. In the Kingdom Hearts series of action role-playing games developed and published by Disney Interactive Studios and Square Enix, Disney villains play a major role as they seek to harness the power of darkness within the Kingdom Hearts. Led by Maleficent, the villains are antagonists in different worlds, such as the Queen of Hearts of Wonderland, Hades of the Olympus Coliseum, Jafar of the City of Agrabah, Ursula of Atlantica, Captain Hook of Neverland, Chernabog of End of the World Symphony of Sorcery, Shan Yu of the Land of Dragons, Scar of the Pride Land, the Evil Queen of Dwarf Woodlands, Lady Tremaine of Castle of Dreams, and Claude Frollo of La Cita. Copyright Des Cloches. Pegleg Pete appears as Maleficent's main henchman in Kingdom Hearts 2. Other villains outside the official lineup that also make appearances include Clayton and Saber of Deep Jungle, Oogie Boogie of Halloween Town, Captain Barbossa of Port Royal, the Master Control Program and Sark from Tron of Space Paranoids, Captain Gantu of Deep Space, CLU and Rinzala of The Grid and the Beagle Boys of Country of the Musketeers. Beast's Castle and Prankster's Paradise remain the only worlds in the series so far where their main villains do not appear at all. Epic Mickey series. Epic Mickey introduces new villains to the world of Disney, most of which are from old-style Disney movies and attractions. In the first game, Mickey unwittingly creates a monster called the Shadow Blot. As Mickey tries to get rid of it, Yen Sid approaches and Mickey is forced to flee, leaving some of the blot undestroyed. Years later, the blot has Mickey kidnapped so that his heart can be used to escape Wasteland. With Oswald's help, Mickey returns home as the blot is defeated. In the second game, a character called the Mad Doctor tries to rule in the Shadow Blot's stead. In the first game, the Mad Doctor supplied robots for the blot. If the player chooses the hero path, the Mad Doctor turns from a robot into a toon. If the player chooses the Scrapper path, the Mad Doctor is left in the final battle room to rot. Lastly, at the end of the second game, several versions of Pete look like they're going to try to take over the Wasteland. Novels, The Kingdom Keepers. In The Kingdom Keepers, Disney villains form a group known as the Overtakers. Commentary: the majority of Disney's villain characters are regarded as being age 55 or older. A study from Brigham Young University reviewed 70 years of Disney films, and found that 42% of the 93 characters reviewed reinforced negative stereotypes of elderly people by portraying those characters as evil or sinister. The conclusion was that Disney was influencing children to have preconceived notions about all older adults. Disney villains proved their mark in cinematic history when the American Film Institute named the Queen as the 10th greatest movie villain of all time. Other Disney villains on AFI's list were Hunter from Bambi and Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. AFI did not rely on Disney's classification of who qualified as a villain, but used this definition instead. A villain was defined as a character, whose wickedness of mind, selfishness of character and will to power are sometimes masked by beauty and nobility, while others may rage unmasked. They can be horribly evil or grandiosely funny, but are ultimately tragic. Further reading: Thomas, Frank and Johnston, Ollie, The Disney Villain. ISBN 1-56282-792-8, ISBN 978-1-56282-792-2, references.